The moment the girl took off her hat, all the students were stunned. I never thought that the ugliest girl in the class was so beautiful after dressing up, and the bullies didn't know. Annie had another identity. She was the princess of a small country in Europe. She used to be an unassuming high school student. Because she looked so ordinary, her classmates often ignored her. She was often bullied. That made her weak and timid. Even when she went on stage to give a speech, she was so nervous that she wanted to vomit. She thought her life was going to be okay, until she was 16 years old. She learned from her mother that she had a grandmother. The girl went to the address on the envelope. She was greeted by a luxurious manor house. When she entered the house, she was strictly checked by the servants. Then a woman dressed as a noblewoman walked down the steps. Meeting her grandmother for the first time, she was a little nervous, and in the ensuing conversation, Grandma told her a shocking secret, that she was the princess of a small country in Europe.
Princess? Shut!
Not only that, Grandma also asked her to return to inherit the throne. This joke is a bit too big. She can't even stand on the podium without getting weak in the knees, not to mention being exposed to the limelight. After she said that, she was scared and ran away. But the next day, her grandmother came to her door. Even her mother tried to persuade her to behave. Annie couldn't resist them, so she agreed to give it a try. A princess should look like a princess, and Annie got the biggest makeover of her life. Firstly, the way she walked. Every step had to be graceful, and she had to sit with dignity. Next came eating manners. She had to break her habit of wolfing down her food. She also found a professional dance teacher. After some practice, she was able to pass the test, and the next change completely shocked Annie's jaw. Her thick eyebrows were plucked out, from the top of her head to her toenails. After a long day of stylist work, Annie finally had the most beautiful moment of her life. When she reappeared in her limousine, she had her classmates staring at her, but her best friend couldn't understand. Said Annie had become just like everyone else, like all the others. It made Annie very sad. She had to put her hat on in class, but she didn't realize that her usual bullies complained that she had broken the school rules. Annie had no choice but to take off her hat. The change was so dramatic that it shocked everyone in the room. It wasn't long before Princess Anne's identity was revealed. The school gates were full of spectators. People who didn't know her lied to the reporters. They said they were best friends with the princess, and became the center of attention. She was on the front page of the newspaper. It was a very upsetting story for Anne. It upset her life, and her best friend gave her a look of admiration. She had to face reality as a princess. She had to face reality as a princess.